Let me introduce myself. My name is Kelly Marie and I am a tarot reader and I'm a mom. Welcome to your March predictions. And no, this isn't a pick a card. I know there's 4 cards here and it might look like a pick a card, but it's actually not. It's a zodiac reading, so you go for your zodiac sign and you can also check out your moon sign as well as your rising sign, and it's based on the tropical astrology. Basically, I'm going to go in order of the zodiac signs, starting with the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries, and so forth. There will be timestamps below and stuff. And when I'm doing a reading on the sign, basically what I'm going to do is, choose a card from each one of these groups for the reading and see what I get. And I probably will use some other decks as well to see what they have to say for the reading. So it's just a zodiac reading for March. And I also chose a gemstone for each sign of the zodiac. So your zodiac sign has a gemstone as well. Also your moon sign and your rising sign. So I also have this candle lit as well. It's candle burner and it's of Fabulosa. So the wax melt is this Rainbow Drops Fabulosa 12, just like there's 12 zodiac signs. The tea light is also Fabulosa and it's called Fairy Dust, as you can see, which is so cool because, as you may know, I love fairies. There's fairies there, right? And this is not sponsored or anything like that. I'm only saying this in case anybody loves candles, loves fairies, loves Fabulosa. They also do, Fabulosa also does like cleaning products and stuff like that as well. But anyway, this is what's in the candle. And I'm just saying this as well in case you love candles, because this is definitely like a must get, because this is just like so, like, it just smells so nice and it's just really great and things like that. So this is also my pouch with my astro dice. I may use that as well for these readings. So get started into this reading with the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. And to the other zodiac signs, I will see you there in a click of your timestamp. Let's just get started right into this March predictions. Hello Aries, welcome to your prediction for March. So let's say the messages we get for you for your sun, moon and rising for Aries, starting with the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. So what do we get for Aries for their March predictions? Okay, with these cards coming out. So Aries, we have the Fallen and we also have the Feast. So I do see these messages. March is really important for you and it's going to be a time for you to slow down and celebrate yourself, and don't let Fallons or any type of bad guys weigh you down anymore. As I can see that with a Fallen, which says you can always rewrite the story. So whatever has been said about you, whether it was your own mistakes or whatever the story may be, don't let that detect you and things like that. And I can also see you're going to break free from any type of Fallen, any type of people who were trying to put you down or basically things like that, and you're going to slow down and celebrate yourself. And it's really good for you also to do that through March, and you're just going to be breaking free from that type of things as well. So let's see what we get with a Pastel Journey Tarot deck, which is the actual tarot deck as well. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So I do see that you're going to be doing things in a more slow and steady pace, because as an Aries you can be very impulsive and just like really impulsive, like on the go, and like you do things without like thinking it through. You just go for it. But I do see that you're going to be more slower and practical, and I see this is going to be very beneficial for you, and it could be very beneficial for you career wise, because the Pentacles does speak of career as well, Aries. And we have the Three of Cups. So in March, expect parties, expect celebrations as well. There could be some type of celebrations. And this card was trying to come out with this the Eight of Wands, which is really funny because although I was saying with the Knight of Pentacles, you about slowing down and things, I do see that there's a part of you that's still very impulsive as an Aries, and I do see maybe you're going to get invited to a party and you're just going to be wishing off really fast, really excitedly to go to this party as well. I can see that in correlation with the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So the Three of Cups and Eight of Wands. And we also have the Cucumber. So I do see it's important for you as well to really listen to your emotions as well. You're going to be breaking free from anything that was ever weighing you down and basically things like that, Aries. And throughout this journey, that may be what you're going to get invited to, because the Three of Cups and all the cups can actually talk about emotion as well. So maybe there's going to be this thing is going to be just really emotionally fulfilling for you. And we have the Earth pulsing, which is all about timing in nature and slowing down. So I do see that in correlation with the Knight of Pentacles, that it is good for you to slow down and not rush into things as well. Like you're going to be breaking free and then maybe going to like parties or just celebrating with friends. It doesn't have to be parties and stuff, but it could be you might get invited to a party and being really rushing off towards it. I can see the Eight of Wands, but it may be also, okay, this card came out, and may just also be like something that's just going to be emotionally good for you. And we have the Seven Star Sisters. So I do see that in the correlation to the Three of Cups, Aries, you are going to be hanging out with certain people and maybe even wanting to celebrate people, because maybe you're going to break free from something and you're just going to be so like feeling like on top of the world and like on cloud nine, feeling so great about it that you're just going to want to spend time with friends and things like that. So let's see what other message we get for Aries. We have Earth skills, so life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. There's still a part of you that's learning about certain things as well, like maybe these things that you've been through, like the fallings and the breaking free from whatever this could have been. It could have been like a bad relationship, whether it was a romantic relationship or just a bad friendship. You're breaking free from something and you're not going to let their side of the story, like, you know, try to convince other people who you may be and stuff. And we have a new Earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So whatever it is you want to put out there, this breaking free and celebrating and going for what you want is going to happen if you keep holding that vision and believing that you are worthy of these good things, Aries. So this has been a very interesting reading. This has been very good messages for your March prediction. Also check out your moon sign and your rising sign, unless you happen to be like a triple Aries. But Aries, this has been very important messages for March. So Aries, I'm going to shuffle the astro dice to see what zodiac sign may be really prominent, what zodiac sign might be for you for March. Let's see. We get a Scorpio, so there could be a Scorpio person maybe really like available or whatever with you in March. You could even meet somebody who's a Scorpio. This person who may help you or be there for you could be a Scorpio. So think of anybody who is a Scorpio or may have strong Scorpio placements within their birth chart. Scorpio for you. So this has been your reading. And by the way, Aries, I forgot to mention your stone. You have the Jasper Dalmatian, which is a lovely stone. I just chose this for Aries. I don't know why. I just think it's like, it's a lovely stone. Like, so if you love dogs, like Aries, you're the first sign of the zodiac. You're like the leaders, and dogs can be good leaders. So if you like Dalmatians, then there you go. Hello Taurus, and welcome to your March predictions. So let's get started into reading and see what messages we get for you, Taurus. So your stone is this lovely rose quartz. Rose quartz is like a very popular gemstone. It's like literally a very popular gemstone, like rose quartz. This must have heard of rose quartz, especially if you're in the gemstones. It has to be in your collection. I'm pretty sure it is. All about love, self-love, and it's just a very low. That's your gemstone, Taurus. So that's the offer of the believe in your magic oracle deck and see what messages we get from March for Taurus. Okay, we have the sun, and I swear that card was literally at the top, so there you go. So paint the sun back into your sky. So I do see, Taurus, that March is a time for you to paint the sun back into your sky. So I do see this is a message I'm getting to do something that you really enjoy to do, something that just fulfills you, uplifts you, because that is going to be how you will paint the sun back into your sky. And we also have these messages. We have breaking free and dive deep. So I do see by doing something you love, that's like going to be like putting the sun back into your sky, you're just going to break free from whatever is holding you back from doing that. Like maybe things have been kind of dull, maybe you've had like difficult situations, dealing with difficult situations or something, and by doing this you're going to break free from that rut, because as a Taurus you can get stuck in a rut. So yeah, maybe by painting the sun back into your sky you're gonna like break free. And I see that you're going to be really into this with the dive deep card, that you will get really into this thing, and it's a good thing, you know, by painting the sun back into your sky and breaking free. We have the Ace of Wands. So I do see these things, like I was saying, are going to be very fulfilling. They're going to be very fulfilling. And they can also bring up some type of new ideas as well. You might be really, like, this is fast movement as well. So you might be like, oh wow, by doing this thing I really enjoy, I want to keep at it. And maybe you might even try to do like join a club or something like that. That's by doing this, or some type of class as well, Taurus. And we also have the Hierophant. So I do see that you are going to be in control of this thing that you love to do. So you know what you love to do. You're not going to let anybody else tell you what to do, and you're going to stick at this thing, and it's going to be like in your power and stuff to do this as well. And that's a very awesome thing I can see, Taurus. So let's see, this Greenwich Oracle deck has to say for Taurus. We have the Carrot. So I see with the Carrot that it's going to bring you a lot of clarity as well. Like, you're just, like I keep saying, you're not going to let anybody else tell you what to do, what you want. In fact, you don't kind of know, you actually do know what you want. And like this thing I was saying about painting the sun back into your sky and break free from something, you know what that is that you want to do. And this is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. See messages we get for you, Taurus, for March. So what do we get for Taurus with the Spirit Animal Oracle deck? We have the Beaver Spirit. So I do see it's time for you to lay a solid foundation. It's time for you to paint the sun back into your sky. It's time to break free from anything that was holding you back. It's time to get into the Hierophant mode, your teacher mode, and don't be a follower. You are the one in control. And we have the Grasshopper Spirit. So take a leap of faith. So with the Grasshopper Spirit, it's all about taking a leap of faith and laying a solid foundation and to paint the sun back into your sky. to break free and to bring out these new beginnings that could happen with the Ace of Wands. And these things, as I can see in the bee spirit, is going to bring you sweet results. So these things are going to bring you amazing results. And I can see with the oil spirit that you will see these things really clearly, which is just great. And we also have the rhino spirit, so you're going to be overcoming any obstacles that ever like weighed you down and things like that, and you're just going to be thriving as well. So let's shuffle let's shuffle the astro dice to see what zodiac sign would be really prominent for you. We have Virgo, so this is a fellow earth sign. Taurus, you're an earth sign. This another person that could be really involved with you in March could be a Virgo, which is another earth sign. So yes, this has been your March predictions, Taurus. Welcome, Gemini, to your March prediction. So for you, Gemini, your stone is this lovely pink agate. Just look at the lovely shades of pink and purple. It's like pinky purple in it. And yes, it's the pink agate. So we're just gonna leave your stone right there. And let's get into your reading, right? And see what predictions, what messages do we get for Gemini for March. So we have the spaceship, which is saying don't be afraid to sing. So Gemini, I can see March is a time for you to not be afraid to sing, which is talking about, it could be singing, like if you do like to sing, if that's something you enjoy, but it's also more by using your voice, because somebody that's singing, if you think about it, they're like using their voice, they're sharing their voice. So maybe this is even to speak out about a situation. This could even be using your voice. Say for example, you like to do something like YouTube or TikTok or something, to use your voice, I don't know. This March is like a good time for you to get into that and to not be afraid of it, and because maybe it's just gonna bring so much clarity and such good potential for you. And as you can see in the card, there is music symbols as well, so this could also obviously talk about making music or singing along to songs. And it could even be a message that if you get invited to a party, don't be afraid to sing, basically, if that comes up. And we also have patience, so don't be like rushing into this thing to use your voice. It's all about patience as well, you know. Obviously don't be afraid, but be patient. And I see patience being a thing as well for March. There's gonna be some patience. And we have the Empress that came out in reverse, so do you see that there could be times in March where you may be feeling a bit maybe insecure about your appearance somehow. Maybe for example, maybe in March you may have acne, or it might be something like that that could make you insecure and things along those like lines. But you have to know that those type of things happen, and you are a beautiful person, because the Empress does talk about beauty, but in the Empress refers, like I said, maybe you're not going to realize that. And we have the Two of Cups, so this talks about like romantic connection and really getting along with somebody. So you might be spending a lot of time with friends. This could even be your significant other if you have one, like maybe you're going to be spending a lot of time with them. And I see that in correlation to the Empress refers that maybe your significant other is going to boost your confidence, because maybe you're going to be kind of putting yourself down and not being so secure about your appearance, but somebody is going to be hyping you up. And this could even be meeting somebody romantic or something. It could be something with March. And we have the King of Cups, so this person that could be giving you these compliments and stuff in March could be somebody who is a Scorpio or Cancer or Pisces, because they're the water signs. The cups does talk about emotions, and they relate to the zodiac signs that are water signs, and we have the Ace of Wands. So there's definitely going to be, maybe by sharing your voice, not be afraid to put yourself out there as well, it's going to bring you a lot of more confidence and things like that. It could even like be the start of new beginnings for you as well. But remember to be patient and to also be positive. And we have the Violet, which is tranquility. So I do see this as a time for you to be patient. It's a time for you to really stay focused and to be patient and to stay on the right track by being focused, is what I'm like saying. And we have the Rosemary. So there could be there's gonna be things in March definitely that is like gonna bring you memories. This could be memories with friends, this could be just new memories in general, and just things like that. There's gonna be memories and stuff that's coming up for you, Gemini. And I'm going to shuffle the Oracle of the Fairies to see what messages we get with this deck for Gemini for their March predictions. So, okay, we have this card. It's coming out. We have Pure Intention. So the Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely, manifest your heart's desire with their pure intentions for the highest good of all. So whatever you want to put your time and effort into, make sure you do it wisely. And this fairy has come out to say she is going to help you manifest wisely. I would have divination. So embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So divination, as you can see in the card, is a very spiritual card. There's candles, there's tarot cards. So even in March, maybe you're going to be doing a lot of tarot readings, maybe you're going to be watching a lot of pick a card readings, or doing something spiritual for yourself. And I can also see that that's something that's probably going to be very good for you as well, Gemini. So we also have this card. So this card is a fairy. She's coming out to say she's shining a lot of light and joy onto your reading and in you in general in March. So Gemini, these have been your messages for March. And let's just shuffle the astro days to see what zodiac sign we can get for Gemini. We have Gemini, so maybe there's going to be a Gemini who's going to be really, like, this could even represent yourself if you're a Gemini, or some Gemini person is going to be really there for you. Even this person who might be hyping you up and telling you that you shouldn't be insecure about yourself and things like that, and giving you advice and things like that, could be a Gemini person. So think of somebody who is in your life who is a Gemini, and they could be the one that you should go to for advice and things like that. So Gemini, this has been your reading for your March predictions. Welcome all my Cancerians. If you are Cancerian, or with your moon sign or your rising sign as well, this is your reading. So for you, we got the amber, which is such a lovely color. It's a lovely deep gold color. Just amber overall is a lovely color. So that's the gemstone, that's for you. So we're just going to get started into this reading and see what messages and predictions and things like that we get for you Cancers for March. So let's see exactly what we get. So we have wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So I do see Cancerian for March that you may be thriving in something and realizing you never needed wings to fly. You can do this on your own. So I see that you may be figuring out and realizing that you can do something alone, and that's something that's going to be really great as well. And we have the gray. So endings are inevitable. So things, this is like positive, that there may be something that is coming to an end, but you see it's a good thing. Endings aren't always a bad thing, because maybe it's also with the end of something that was weighing you down or something like that. Because I see these two cards being together. It's a message saying, like, maybe something that was, maybe like I was saying, you're going to realize that you can do something alone, and whatever was holding you back, whether it was insecurities or maybe you were practicing at something and you couldn't get it right but now you're going to, like that end, that's going to be an ending and it's going to be great. You're going to look back and know that, like, for example, like practice makes perfect and just things like that. And we have the free spirit, so also see you're going to be feeling very free and things like that as well. Like this thing's going to make you feel free. You're going to feel like, wow, okay, we also have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, I see like there was something that you maybe were trying to accomplish, or it was getting something done, or this could be anything that's just like something that's going on with you, but you're going to be feeling very free from it and flying. Like you can do anything. Like if you look at her, she's thrilled, and looking at, just like doesn't need those wings to fly, she can do it alone. And there's a positive ending to something. And with the Knight of Cups, you could also be having romantic feelings for somebody, and this card could even be representing you, because Cancerian, you are a water sign, and this does speak about water signs as well. Okay, and we have Death and Chariot. So these are two. So like I was saying about the ending, this is actually a positive card. Like if you see she has the axe, it's like axing out anything that was toxic or bad, and just like things like that as well. So this actually is a positive card. So I do see with that axe, you're cutting out ties or anything that was ever holding you back from, you know, achieving this thing and getting it done, and them type of things. And we have the Chariot, is that you can see what direction you're going. You're not going to let anybody else tell you what direction to go or something. You're not going to let anybody pull you back into any place that was just not serving you, and you're just going to know where you wanted to go, and that's just really great. And we have the Chili. So I see also that, yeah, you're just not going to let anybody, like you're going to be very, what's the word, very comfortable in this situation and very stimulated. You're going to know exactly what you want and where you want to go, and it's just going to bring you a lot of stimulation. So I'm going to shuffle the Sacred Forest Oracle deck to see what message we get with this deck for Cancerian for March. Okay, so we have the Thicket of Thorns. I love this card. I don't know why, I just like really love it. I think it's very powerful because, as you can see, there's a lot of thorns in the card and stuff, and there's very lot of like blockages, as you can see, but this girl and that keeps on going, and I see that's going to be what you're going to be like in March. You're just going to keep on thriving and keep on going, like thriving, like this card, the Wings card, and that's just such a positive thing. So yeah, I do see that as a sign for you in March, that you're going to be thriving, and although there could be blockages and stuff, you're still going to be going through those thorns and those blockages and thrive. And we have the Aspen, which is speaking about courage. So yeah, there's going to be, you're going to have a lot of courage as well in March, and you should just be very proud of yourself. And we have the Starry Night, which is saying acceptance. So I see March as a time for you to accept who you are and to do a lot of acceptance, and maybe something you may have to accept. Maybe you're accepting something. And let's see what Zodiac sign we might get for Cancerian for March. What's it going to be, like a relevant Zodiac sign? Okay, we have Taurus. So Taurus is a sign that could be very, like there might be a Taurus that's going to be very relevant for you and is there for you a lot in March. There could be a Taurus person who may hype you up or something, or maybe your significant other could be a Taurus. I think like Cancer and Taurus is very compatible signs as well. So even reach out to a Taurus if there's any like advice or anything you want to get. So Cancer, this is great. As I can see this card about you axing out anything that's holding you back, and you're just going to keep on going. It's going to be a lot of courage, and I see this being very positive for you as well. So Cancerian, this has been your tarot reading. Hello Leo, welcome to your tarot reading on what is going to be happening for you in March. So let's shuffle the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck to see exactly what we get for Leo for their March predictions. So, okay, I'm holding two cards, so I guess that's, I was going to do one card, but I accidentally chose two, so we're going to go for both of them because there's a reason I grabbed both, even though I didn't intend to. But anyway, we have the sundress and the garden. So I say for March, it's important for you to do something for you. Like if you look at this card, for example, it's very cold. It's like, you know, but she's still like doing what she wants. Like she's wearing a dress, and people may look at that like, okay, is she like freezing? Is she like mad? But she's doing this for herself because it makes her feel good, and that's what the card's trying to say about feeling really good and doing something for you. So whatever it is, do something for yourself without caring about people's judgments or what they might say. And this doesn't have to be like going out in a dress when it's freezing, but it could even be like getting a facial or a massage or just like anything at all that's going to be for you. I see that you're going to do something. I see this as a message saying you should do something that's for you and nobody else in March. We have the gardens that says something lovely will grow from this. So I see that by doing this, it's going to boost your confidence, and it might end up being like you might kind of learn, okay, I shouldn't really care what people think or what the judgments may be and things like that. Because I know as a Leo, you can be very like into your appearance. A lot of Leos seem to be, and you tend to have nice hair and you kind of like to be kind of out there and stuff. So something lovely will grow from this. It's just going to be very beneficial. And I forgot to say, this is the stone that you have, is the sunstone. So Leo, you're ruled by the sun, so that's why you have the sunstone. It's a lovely stone, so that's your gemstone for this reading. So that's the message we get for Leo. We have memories. So there's going to be memories as well, like something really memorable is going to come up in March. Something, just memories, but also with family, friends or whatever. And we have relaxation. So I say that doing something for you is going to bring a lot of relaxation as well. Like maybe you've been working hard, maybe there's just been a lot going on for you and you're just kind of due a relaxation, and doing that relaxation is going to just be really great for you. We have the justice. So if there's been anybody who's ever been weighing you down, or there's gonna be like karma as well, but this talks about balance as well. So there's gonna be you're gonna be very balanced by doing these things. Like maybe you have been busy about things, but by doing these things, it's gonna be very like balanced as well. And we also have the Three of Cups. So expect invitations or parties or getting back in touch with friends, because this card can talk about parties and getting invited to things and just overall things like that. And yes, there could be parties and just like spending time with friends. And we have the sorrow. So as you see that you are going to, whoever like you're going to be hanging out with, you're going to be very grateful for these people that you have. You're going to be very grateful that you have them in your life, within your friend circle or just overall family. And we have the Knight of Wands. So this can also say that maybe you are going to be, if you do get invited to a party, you're going to be like, okay, just wishing off and going to that party, because the Knight of Wands is very fast movement. And you are Leo. Leo is a fire sign, and the wands does represent the fire signs of the Zodiac, which is Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. So this could also be you within March as well. Although you're going to have relaxation and doing something for yourself, there could be like an invitation for you and you're just going to be really impulsive and wanting to do that. And we have the Eight of Wands, which is also talking about extreme fast movement. So it's kind of like confirming that yes, maybe you're just going to be like really fast and impulsive about this without thinking about it twice or anything like that. You're just going to do that. And we also have the Three of Pentacles. So maybe these people that you're going to go on a party with, or somebody who's just going to be around you, could be people you work with, or there may be some type of teamwork as well. There's definitely going to be, you're going to be doing something for yourself that just makes you feel good, but there's also going to be people involved with you as well. And I see this being like friends, or could even be like acquaintances, but more or less friends, people that you really fulfill you and stuff. And we have the King of Pentacles, so I see that maybe somebody who's going to be there with you, and maybe in your friend group could be a earth sign, so think Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And this could also say that maybe you're going to be sensible in a way to your job, that by doing these things and stuff, like say for example you do go to a party or whatever the case may be, you're hanging out with friends, you get hungover, you're kind of going to be sensible about it as well. And yeah, so I'm shuffling the astro dice to see what zodiac sign we get for Leo for March. So oh, we have Capricorn. So this is why I was saying, like, one of your friends or people, or some, this could maybe someone you're going to meet if you're somebody, you know, who's looking to meet somebody or whatever. We got Capricorn. So think of a Capricorn. Is any special Capricorns within your life, within your friend circle? Because maybe they're going to be somebody who's going to be really relevant for you, Leo, as well. So yes, that's very interesting. So think Capricorn. It could be a Capricorn. They could even have Capricorn placements within their chart, like the moon sign or a rising sign. So Leo, these have been your tarot, this has been your tarot reading for your March predictions. These have been your messages. So yes, this has been your tarot. Welcome Virgos to your tarot reading about your predictions and things like that from March. So your gemstone is this lovely sodalite, and this is actually one of my favorite gemstones. It's a lovely dark blue color. I have dark blue eyes but I just love like this, like oh, like look at the dark blue and then this lovely tone into it. I just love that with sodalite. Sodalite's so amazing, and it's a gemstone that's really good to help you like remember things. Like if you're, I used to, when I was like learning tarot and things like that and just studying, I used to keep a sodalite around me, and I still would do that. It's a stone that can really help you learn and stuff. But anyway, let's get into your reading and see exactly what message we get for Virgo for their predictions. So what do we get for Virgo? Okay, we got this card that's coming out. Oh, we got two cards. So we have the tree and raindrops. Okay, this is very interesting because these two type of cards are very like opposites as well. But let's see. We start off with the tree, which is let them go. So maybe March is a time for you to let somebody go, whether it was a friendship, an ex, or something, or I see this more likely being a person. As you can see, this woman is burning the tree. If you think about the tree being burnt, it's going to be gone. It's like letting it go. But there's also raindrops, or I see take a chance on them. So this can even be a message saying maybe you're getting over somebody. Maybe somebody wasn't for you, but there is somebody else who's very interested in you, and you should take a chance on that person. Like maybe this could be somebody you've friend zoned, or somebody that you rejected because you weren't over somebody else, but maybe you are going to get over that person and move on to this new person and take a chance on them. So even if you're not over this person, you should, see that March, you may be slowly getting over them, or maybe you could even get over them and then you could take a chance on this new person. And I can see by taking a chance on this person is going to bring contentment. It's just going to be so fulfilling, and literally what it says in the card, contentment. So definitely take a chance on a specific person. This doesn't even have to be romantic. It could even be like friendship. So make sure you take a chance on somebody. And we have decisions. So there's going to be some type of decisions, and I'm going to have to shuffle more cards to see what these decisions could be. The decisions could be related to this, or it could be something else entirely. So there's going to be some type of decision making for you, Virgo, in March as well. And we also have the sun. So there's going to be positivity. I see things are going to be starting to look better. Like this card, we start off with the tree, let them go. So just like, I do see, like, I'm really getting this message with the tree. Like we start off with that card, it's kind of this card that's like, I'm just getting a message like things weren't easy for you, but they're getting better. And I see that happening in March, so things are going to be starting looking much better. And the Sun card is confirming that, because the Sun really is, just shines a light on the whole reading. And okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is really a positive card as well. So there's definitely yes, Nine of Pentacles is about appreciating what you have and stuff. Like if you look at her, she's looking at her birds, she's looking at her diamonds and everything she's achieved. And as a Virgo, you are really hardworking. You can be really picky, but you do work really hard. And a lot of Virgos are like talented, and just really overall, yeah, because this is a Pentacles, and the Pentacles does talk about, it does represent the earth signs. Virgo, you are an earth sign, as well as Capricorn and Taurus. So really appreciate everything you have, even though you've maybe didn't work out with a person or a friend. There's definitely somebody else to move on. There's definitely somebody else, and it's time to move on and give that person a chance. And we also have the clarity, the carrot. So these type of things are going to bring you clarity and overall just positivity. So I'm going to shuffle this deck here, which is the spellcasting oracle. That's very like earthy looking, and I thought this would be a good one to shuffle for Virgo, because Virgo, you're an earth sign, and this deck is just very earthy to me. So yes, let's see exactly what we may get for Virgo. Okay, we have this card that came out. It is strength. So you're going to find a lot of strength and let this person go. And yes, I see this. It's just like getting over, like being heartbroken is horrible, but when you finally get over them, it makes you stronger. Even if you don't realize that, it really does. Like that song by Little Mix, they called Shout to My Ex, and you know, that song says something like, you've made me who I am. It's more or less saying this like heartbreak and stuff. It's made me a stronger person, it's made me wiser. So there's just going to be strength as well for you. And we have family, so also hang out with your family if you have a family, whether you are a parent yourself or not. Family is really important. And yes, even if you're heartbroken about something, people to talk to about it, who's going to be there for you, is your family members, and there really couldn't be anybody else better than your family. So that's very interesting as well, Virgo. And we also have the grieving. So there may be times where you're going to, even if you're over this person or not, I'd say that maybe you're not fully over this person, but because you're kind of going to be grieving and missing them, reminiscing about memories and things like that, and just kind of missing them. And oh, that's so interesting, that came out actually. So it's so interesting. Like we have the tree, which is talking about you should let somebody go, and we end with grieving, which says you're still going to miss them, but there is definitely positivity. We have the Sun card, there's Nine of Pentacles, like there's positive cards here. There's family, like listen to your family, talk to your family, and take a chance. There's somebody else on the horizon to give a chance. And even if you don't know this person yet, who this could be somebody that you're going to meet in March who's going to be very interested in you, and the cards are like screaming, give them a chance. So let's see what Zodiac sign we get for you, because this could be very interesting. This could be who the person's going to be. We have Gemini. So we have Gemini. This person you could take a chance on could be a Gemini. Maybe the person you're trying to get over is a Gemini, or it could be a family member of Gemini, just Gemini. So I'm going to do, I just see like this, I should shuffle this again and see another sign we might get. We have Leo, so this person could be a Leo. So think Gemini, Leo, and let's do this one more time. We have Gemini again, so there's definitely Gemini, and it could even be a Leo as well. So that's been very interesting. So think Gemini, like is everybody in your family is a Gemini, maybe reach out to that, possibly a Virgo. This person could even have Leo placements in their chart, or Gemini, but either way, I see that being a Zodiac sign for you. So this has been a very interesting reading, Virgo. It's definitely about, it's about letting somebody go, and it's definitely positive things on the horizon for you, and things are going to get easier. and you're going to build your strength, even though there might be times you're still grieving over this person. So Virgo, this has been your tarot reading for March. So yes, this has been Virgo's tarot. Welcome Libras to your March predictions. My daughter is a Libra, so you know I love Libra. And for you, your gemstone is this lovely opal, and opal actually is Libra's gemstone. Like, you actually have multiple gemstones, but opal definitely is one, especially for the October Libras. But this is your gemstone, and we're just gonna leave that right over there. Let's shuffle the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck and see what do we get for Libra for their predictions, what could be coming up for them. Okay, so this card, the Throne, came out. So your potential is endless. So a big thing for March is to know you have strong potential and your potential is endless. I see this as a message, as something you should hear. And we have the Clover, which is saying release your guilt. So maybe it's a time to speak out about something that you're feeling guilty of. As you can see in the card, like, it's like she's admitting to her friend, like they're talking, and it's like she's like admitting something. So maybe even in March you're going to get something off your chest, and this could even be like a problem you have. Maybe it's something you just like feel guilty of. This could be many things, but I see that talking to somebody you really trust and stuff is going to just make you feel so much better, that you're gonna be feeling like you're on the throne, basically. Like, that's just a way to put it with the cards. And that your potential is endless. And we have gentleness. So I also see this being a message that it's important as well to be gentle when you're telling somebody these things. And I see this also being, be gentle with yourself, especially if you have been feeling guilty of something. Like, say for example, if you're going back into like old ways, for example, this is an example, doesn't have to be this, but say you're going back into like old ways, bad habits and stuff, and you feel guilty about that. It's kind of like, then you tell somebody about it, about the truth, and you kind of get that off your chest. It's also to be gentle with yourself, especially if there is some type of guilt for you, to just know that there's no need for you to feel judged and things like that. And we also have the Six of Wands. So I see by being very gentle and releasing your guilt and by knowing your potential, it's going to bring you a lot of satisfaction and a lot of victory. This could even, like, your potential is endless. That's a big thing. And to know that the Six of Wands is like about victory, it's about success, it's about like thriving and just not caring what others think. And I see that as something that you can achieve if you just remember to be gentle and to release your guilt, like I keep saying, because it's going to bring victory as well, Libra. And we also have the Emperor. So there's very powerful messages coming out. So I see in March that the Emperor talks about being in like that masculine side of you. Like, we all have feminine energy and masculine, and I see by stepping into your masculine energy, by just like going for it, going, and it's gonna be like the Six of Wands, you're gonna like be thriving and stuff, and it's just gonna be really. So I see like March is definitely going to be a good time for you to release anything that's holding you back, to talk to people and to step into that powering zone. Don't let anybody tell you what to do or things like that. And I can see with the Violet, it's also a good thing to, this speaks about tranquility. So I see this as being balanced as well. And as a Libra, you do like to be balanced, but you can be very indecisive. But I see that by thinking of these things and trying to lay a solid foundation and stuff, it's just going to bring you clarity, and it's also going to bring you happiness, as I can see with the marjoram, that this does speak of happiness as well. So there's going to be happiness, and yes, and I see how to get this happiness and to get this like really good overwhelming success type of thing is by releasing any guilt, and to also be gentle. Don't be hard on yourself if whatever this thing is that you could be guilty of. My lovely Libras. Alright, we have lead the way. Be a leader. Show others how it's done. You can help others. So this is literally related to the Six of Wands. It's about leading your own way. Because as a Libra as well, you can be very not sticking up for yourself. Like, you are a sign that people can walk all over you because you tend to be so nice. You're like that sign, like the nicest sign, and people can really like use you easily. And I hate the, I'm not trying to make this sound like, you know, I love Libras, like obviously, like what I said, but it's like this is just a fact about Libras, is that a lot of you can be too nice, and people can really like use you for that to get their own way, and that's just not great. So I see that March, it's very important for you to not let anybody do that. And we have investigate, which says look closely, ask questions, think before acting. So think of anybody that comes up, just ask yourself, are they really like trying to help me? Are they really someone I can trust, or are they just trying to use me? And believe. So I see this as a message that you should believe in your own intuition, and you will just like whatever that instinct feeling is telling you about a specific person, stick to that gut feeling, because it is definitely right. And we have investigate, so investigate these certain people. And we have a moment's regret. So don't be thinking about the past, even though there's some type of guilt. There might be times where you're thinking about that guilt, whatever this thing is that you're guilty about, and that's why you're going to release your guilt, because you just can't keep it in anymore. You just want to let it out, and you just want to thrive and be successful and victory and show others you don't care, and don't let others you know, manipulate you or use you and stuff like that. And to also look closely, like it says in this card, and think before acting. They're just like important messages to know for March. So I'm going to shake this astro dice and see what zodiac sign is relevant for Libra. In March we have Leo, so there could be a Leo. Maybe you're going to release your guilt to a Leo, and Leo could just be a sign that's going to be really relevant for you. And we have Capricorn, so there could be a Capricorn as well. And even these like zodiac signs, I'm shuffling this in a good way, so like the person that you may have infest against or could be these signs, but I'm shuffling this dice in a good way. And we have Virgo, so think Virgo, Capricorn and Leo as signs that might be relevant for you within March, Libra. So Libra, this has been your tarot reading, and yes, hope you enjoyed it. And yes, this has basically been your reading. Welcome Scorpios to your March predictions. So Scorpio, I chose the black tourmaline for your gemstone. Black tourmaline is a very popular gemstone, and I chose black tourmaline because black, it's a black stone. Black tourmaline is a really lovely gemstone, but I chose that because Scorpio is associated with the color black, and I just think it suits Scorpio. Like, out of all zodiac signs, I would say black tourmaline makes me think of Scorpio the most. So anyway, let's get into your reading and see what exactly do we get for Scorpio for March. Okay, so we have the sundress, do it for you. So I think it was Leo had this card as well. So this is speaking about do something that's for yourself. And we also have don't be afraid to sing at the spaceship. So also don't be afraid to use your voice. Don't be afraid, like if you're into music, like singing or dancing or just making music, don't be afraid to put that out there. And it doesn't even have to be like music wise, it could even be about speaking your voice. Say for example, if you do YouTube or something, maybe it's a time for you to start that channel and stuff, because if you think about it, if you do YouTube, you're most likely going to use your voice, aren't you? If that's like the type of content you're going to post. And most of the time, unless it's like gaming stuff and you don't talk in it, I don't know, but anyway, there's just something about don't be afraid to use your voice and to sing and do something for you. So maybe this could even be going for a massage, and maybe something that is going to be good for you, Scorpio, in March is going to be not being afraid to sing. And we have contemplation, so I see that you're going to be really thinking about this thing, like you're gonna not to be just doing it without thinking about it. You are going to think about it a lot. And I can see abundance, so expect abundance as well in March. You could get a pay raise, you could even win a lot of money on a scratch card or something, but there's going to be abundance as well. I can see that maybe you're going to be just finding money, or maybe make some good money in March as well. And also the sundress, as you can see, it's winter, like it's snowing, yet she's in a dress and she doesn't care what people think of her. Like, she's just doing it for herself. She's not trying to please anybody, she's not trying to impress anybody, it's just for her own good. And we have the moon, so I see that your emotions and your like psychic abilities and like your intuition basically is going to be very strong. You're kind of like going to do something that's for you, and you're gonna know that it's just great for you because you can intuitively just know that. And like, this can also speak about anxiety, so that's a thing for any of you. Then I see this thing that you're going to do for yourself is going to be beneficial for your anxiety. And we have the 5 of Swords, so you're not going to let anybody like, don't be afraid to sing and stuff. You're not going to let anybody like bad judgments or negativity stop you from singing and doing this thing for you. And if you do get any abundance, I see that you're not really going to show off it at all. You're going to kind of keep it to yourself. And as a Scorpio, you can be very mysterious and kind of secretive, so yes. We also have the basil, which says trust, so I do see this as related to the moon card, that you're just going to trust what you want, and you're not going to literally like listen to anybody else, whatever they think. You're just doing what you want to do, and you're not really going to care literally about what anybody else has to say or whatever they think that you should go. You know what you want. Alright, so we have these cards with the 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So there could be somebody who is an earth sign that could be not as mature as you are, an earth sign. So think Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. That could be somebody who's going to be there for you in March. Or maybe you're kind of going to have some type of financial success, and you're kind of going to be kind of not sure what to do with this and stuff. And I see this is the 9 of Cups, it's a wish card, so there could be wishes coming true. Like, maybe you're going to finally make that step and do something. Like, don't be afraid to sing, and this is going to bring you fulfillment. And I can see the 2 of Swords, it is going to be some indecisiveness as well, that maybe with the moon card, when you get like into your into yourself. And I see that maybe you are going to be like 2 of Swords. It's going to be some indecisiveness as well, but you're not sure exactly what way to go. And we have the Queen of Swords reversed, so I guess that kind of confirms it, that maybe there is going to be indecisiveness and stuff, but I see by doing something for yourself, it's going to really benefit you as well. And I just noticed on this basil card, there is a Scorpio symbol on it as well. That's Scorpio's Zodiac sign symbol, so that's very interesting. We got that one. So I'm gonna shake this astro dice and see what zodiac signs we get. Okay, we have Capricorn, and that's very interesting because, like I said, with the Page of Pentacles, it could be somebody who's an earth sign. Capricorn's an earth sign, so there could be a Capricorn who's going to, like, this Capricorn's a very mature sign, but maybe this person Capricorn's going to be a bit more youthful than you or something, and they might seem a bit immature in some type of way. They don't have to be, because, you know, but we did get Capricorn. And let's see another sign we might get. We have Pisces, so there could be a Pisces as well. Maybe this is somebody who's going to reach out to you, or somebody you're going to have spent a lot of time with or something. And we have Pisces again, so think Pisces and Capricorn as 2 signs that could really be there for you in March. So Scorpio, this has been your March prediction. Welcome Sagittarius to your predictions for March. So Sagittarius, I chose this lovely red jasper for you. It's a big one, it's like bigger than all the gemstones. It's just absolutely lovely. And yes, because you are a fire sign as well. Anyway, let's just get started into your reading and see what do we get for you for your March prediction. So let me just shuffle this. I'm going to really mix these cards about because I've been using it for like each sign so far. I just think it needs like a good shuffle. So let's see. We have Flyer, be honest with yourself. So I do see there's something you need to be honest about with yourself. And we also have Potion, remember to practice self-love. So there's going to be self-love for you as well. The self-love is something that's important, and I see this is saying like remember to practice self-love. So practice something like tell yourself positive affirmations or something like that. And we have the Flyer, and it is speaking about being honest with yourself. So something about honesty and self-love, because these could be things that are going to be coming up for you in March. And we have support and love. So by calling in support, whether it's family, friends, acquaintances, or just reaching out to somebody, it's going to increase your self-love actually. So that's very interesting. And we have this love card, and if you see the mermaid, she is like self-love, isn't it? Because she's by herself. There's love. It's like she's feeling love for herself, which is self-love. So maybe Sagittarius, things have been rocky for you, or you've been in difficult situations. Maybe, you know, there's just been difficult situations and stuff, and you need self-love. Maybe there's like some confidence lack, and could be some low self-esteem or something. And I can also see with the Nine of Swords that maybe you overthink these things at night. Maybe there's a part of you that feels like you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, and whether this is something people have caused by being mean or something, or there's just some type of confidence lack. I see that by practicing self-love and calling in support is going to enhance your self-love. And I'm here, Sagittarius, to tell you that you're worthy. We're all worthy of desiring what we want. There's always enough for everybody, and practicing self-love really is an important thing. It's something I still need to work on myself, so I totally get this. And we have the Ten of Cups, so this can talk about romance as well. So you never know, you could meet somebody that's romantic. That's if you're like single. And I also see this as emotional fulfillment. So by calling in support and really being honest and speaking out about any issues, people really are going to give you love, and you're kind of going to realize that you are not alone in going through this. It's going to be a lot of love and self-love and emotional fulfillment. So I'm going to really shuffle this deck as well, because I've used it quite a bit at every reading. Let's see. Okay, we have the sorrel. So you're also going to be feeling a lot of affection for these people. They're going to bring you a lot of affection. Overall, really just supporting you as well. Get this deck straight so I can shuffle properly. Let's see. We also get for Sagittarius. Let's get another card before I shuffle the list. Okay, we have this card that came out. It's strength. So you're going to, it's the fan always talks about strength. So yes, I see this as being, you're going to find your inner strength by calling in support. And I know it might not be easy reaching out to support and talking to somebody about these issues and practice self-love, but if these things have been given you insomnia, that's an issue that you have, or you've been like really having nightmares about certain things, or there's just something as well about that. And we have the King of Cups, so maybe somebody who is going to be a little bit more like elder, someone who's older than you, should I say. And they could even be a water sign, so Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe somebody of those signs is going to reach out to you. And let's see, we also have, okay, those cards just fell out. Okay, right, the King of Cups. And it could be somebody romantic, like if you have a special significant other, I see they're going, maybe there's somebody who's really going to support you, because I do see that's possible. if you are in a relationship, because we have the cups cards, like the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups. And I see that even if these are just friends, they're gonna really feel for you, because I can see that with the sorrow, which speaks about affection, and I can also see that with the King of Cups, which is an emotional card. And we also have the Five of Wands. So just know that one that's interesting, actually, we have the Five of Wands. So Five of Wands can't talk about competition. It's also important for you to know that you're not in competition with people, just because you may be like practicing self-love, and then you see other people who are like seem to be really confident, like, you know, those people on Instagram who always have these pictures but think they edit completely natural. The photos are nice, very possibly photoshopped, edited, filtered. Even if they say the person says whether it's an influencer or not, they may say it's not, but you know, it's love. There's actually a thing, a lot of influencers on Instagram, for example, have been caught lying about their photos and things like that. So I see that anybody who's ever made you in a situation or anything that's just related to what I'm saying, you're kind of going to walk away from that. In fact, I can say that with Six of Swords, you are going to walk away from that. You know you're not in competition with people, and to know that just because somebody seems confident doesn't mean that they actually are. They could be just exactly like you, practicing self-love and things like that. And with the Page of Swords as well, there could be an air sign person who could reach out to you as well, and maybe you're going to end up having a lot of ideas for yourself. And I can see in the Hermit, you're going to go about those ideas alone, because the Hermit is a card about doing things alone as well. So I do see that as well. Sagittarius. So let's shuffle the astro dice and see what zodiac sign or zodiac signs we could get for Sagittarius. Okay, we have Gemini. So this air sign person I was just speaking about could be a Gemini. There's just going to be maybe somebody's really going to support you and stuff is a Gemini. And we also have Cancer. So, oh my god, I was speaking about a water sign as well. So maybe that water sign person is going to be a Cancerian person as well. That's so interesting, actually, because I was talking about air signs and water signs, and we've literally got the two like astro dice that like are speaking about those signs, and I really don't know where to put these cards. Let's get one more sign. So we have Taurus. So Taurus could be a sign as well. Oh my gosh, was I speaking about earth signs? No, they're not related. But the affection card actually does have the Taurus symbol on it. If you see that above that, there is a Taurus symbol, and that's also the Taurus symbol. So there could be a Taurus as well. So I see like the support, there's going to be multiple people. That's what I'm getting. It's not just like one person who's going to be there for you, support you. I see there's multiple people. So it's going to be like loads of zodiac signs. But Gemini, Cancerian and Taurus are the signs that came out with the astro dice. So think of those signs. If there's anybody that's special in your life who's those signs, think of them. So Sagittarius, this has been your tarot reading. Hello all my fellow Capricorns, and welcome to your March prediction. So for Capricorn, the gemstone I chose for Capricorn is this lovely malachite. This malachite here, and it's green, and malachite makes me think of career and hard work. I think it is a stone actually that speaks about good luck and stuff like that. And it's green, and Capricorn is an earth sign, so I just thought it would suit Capricorn. So let's get started into your reading and see what we could get for Capricorn. So let me just kind of shuffle this deck a little bit like this and see exactly what we get for Capricorn. Okay, so this card was came out itself. So we have expectations. So don't expect things from people. It says on the card, don't seek anyone's approval. So do your own thing. Basically, like, don't be seeking anyone's approval. Don't be like saying to somebody, oh, it's okay if I do this, it's okay if I do that. Do it for yourself. You don't need to seek approval. You don't need anyone's approval, actually. And I see this as something in March that's just going to bring you joy by doing that. And we also have the Tower, which says unplug and relax for a spell. So if you're into witchcraft and casting spells, maybe March is a time for you to do some type of spell. or it could just speak about relaxing. Maybe you need to relax by maybe not seeking anyone's approval, and to yeah, don't seek anyone's approval and just relax. It's going to bring you relaxing stuff. And we have awareness, so be aware as well of anybody who may seem like a snake, or just like maybe not really happy for you, or make you know what I'm saying, those type of people. And it doesn't even have to be that type of awareness. This can even be some type of awareness for yourself. Just be aware of what you're going to do without seeking anybody's approval. Like, be sensible as well about it as well. And even if you're going to cast a spell, that's something you need to be aware of, what it could cause and stuff. And these things are going to bring you contentment, which is like correlation to the relax card. Okay, so let me shuffle this deck like this. Get this card a good shuffle, like so. Okay, this card's sticking out, so I'm going to go to that card. We have the 8 of Wands, so I see that maybe you aren't going to seek anybody's approval at all. You're just going to push off really fast without even thinking about it and doing that thing. And I see this as a positive thing though, because maybe you're being, maybe before you used to kind of ask people's approval or seek approval of others, and you're kind of overcoming that. And we have the World, so you really are going to not seek anybody's approval. Like, the world's your oyster, like you have the whole world in your hands. You're just going to do that. Oh my gosh, that's really funny. That came out Capricorn, like what the hell. So that's yes, but like, these mermaid cards are kind of just like this card is saying, try to be aware as well. As a Capricorn, you are sensible, but maybe you kind of need to be told about awareness for March. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, so there could be some type of maybe you're going to be applying for jobs. There could be a new opportunity. Maybe somebody's going to be interested in like hiring you or something like that. And we also get for Capricorn abundance. Oh my god, that's so interesting, especially when you got Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you are going to get some type of new job, a pay raise or something, and it's going to bring you abundance. And that's a very positive card. It's literally speaking about like getting like pay raises and stuff like that. And the marigold, so it's positive. There's positivity. There's definitely things to look forward to in March, especially when you're not seeking anybody else's approval and kind of just doing your own thing, like I keep saying, because it's going to bring you contentment and relaxation. So I'm going to shuffle the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. She actually has a new deck out called the Rose Oracle. I haven't got it yet, but I know I will get that. Anyway, let's see what we get for Capricorn. And from this deck, okay, we have Anna. So this talks about laying foundations and defining plans and seeding the light. So see that you're definitely going to, whatever it is career-wise that you want to do, or something that you, like I keep saying about you're not seeking anybody's approval, you're kind of going to lay a solid foundation, and you know how to go about your own way about it, because as a Capricorn, you just know these things. Like, I'm a Capricorn, I get this. You just know how to lay the foundation yourself. We have the Council of Light. So as a Capricorn, you can be definitely a sign. Capricorn is a sign that doesn't like asking for help. We like to do our own thing. It's just the way we are. But don't be afraid. Like, there's helpers out there. Don't be afraid to ever reach out to them if you feel like that. And I feel that's such a hard pill for a Capricorn to swallow, because we're just like so not the type of sign that like asks for help. Even when we know it's there, we just don't like it. It's so weird. I shuffle the Astro dice to see a Zodiac sign as well. For Capricorn, we have Libra, so that's so interesting. That's my daughter's sign, so maybe this is like for me, Libra, because also that is a relevant sign for me anyway, Libra. But just think Libra could be a Libra person. He's going to be really relevant for you. And we have Sagittarius, so there could be a Sagittarius. Even these signs could be within their birth chart. And we also have, okay, it's shaking, we have Virgo. So think Virgo. That's so interesting. My daughter's rising sign's Virgo. Her rising sign, what the hell? So Sagittarius, Libra, and Virgo are signs who could be really relevant for you in this prediction as well. So Capricorns, this has been your tarot reading. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your tarot reading on March. So the gemstone I chose for you is this lovely pyrite. It's so shiny. So we're just going to leave that right there, and let's get started into your reading and see what predictions and stuff like that we get for you. So we got this card that came out, which is Universe. So we're all just stardust. So basically this card is saying, like, we're like all the same. You're saying that really is different, are like eccentric and things like that. So okay, where's this book like stuck? Okay. So let me go into the guidebook and see what it says about that card. So okay, I'm gonna pass it. Stardust. When we're children, we can barely comprehend the vastness of our own lives, let alone the existence of other planets. It's not long before we can learn and earn the center of the universe. We are but specks of stardust on one of its many skies. However, we must all still do our part to take care of our own individual worlds, or else it throws everything else off balance. Make sure to keep balance in your life, but don't forget the big picture stuff. Recycle, don't litter, and girls think. Okay, so that card, as you can see, popped out of the deck by itself. So obviously that is a clear message for Aquarius. So that's very interesting, is that came out first. As an Aquarius, you are eccentric and a very different sign. These are just different Aquarius. Alright, we have contemplation. So you're going to be thinking about a lot of things as well. If there's ever any type of indecisiveness or like uncertainty. So maybe there's a part of you that feels really out of place and different, and which makes total sense as an Aquarius. That's why we got the Universe card. I was to say, we're all just stardust, right? We're all like just the same, really, humans at least. And you may be really contemplating about these type of things and question yourself, and just like that's just something that's going to come for you. Like, as I can see, we have the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So if any of you are looking for somebody in a romantic sense, you could meet somebody, because this is the Ace of Cups can talk about. And we also have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is a very masculine suit, but it's the Queen, which is feminine. So you're kind of going to be balancing your masculine side and your feminine side, and knowing where you stand. Like, you might be contemplating about things, but you're kind of going to figure it out basically. And there could be new starts for you that are going to be emotionally fulfilling, which is interesting. You're typically not an emotional sign unless, like, it depends on your birth chart, but Aquarius typically isn't a emotional sign, but there could be some type of emotions that could arise here. And we have the Dahlia, which speaks about refinement. So I see that you are going to be figuring out something, and it's going to bring you a lot of refinement. And I can see the Marrow Jam that it's going to bring you happiness as well. And there's definitely just going to be happiness. And we have this card that came out, which is the Stock. So I can see in the Stock you are going to be focusing on this thing, and the Queen of Wands, you're going to be very knowing where you stand with this thing, very bold, very determined, very like up for an adventure. You're going to be up for an adventure, and very curious and just like balanced as well, but still maybe has some type of emotional attachment to it, and focused as well. You're going to be focusing on something, and it's going to bring you happiness and refinement and just like overall peace. Let's see the messages we may get for this deck, Aquarius. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. So this, I see that maybe there's going to be part of you that's going to be extremely curious and wanting to try new things as well. And we have the Five of Swords. So like I said about the Queen of Wands, you're not going to let anybody ruin your reputation or shine a light. You're kind of going to be like the emperor, and knowing where you stand, you're not going to follow anybody. You're going to be your own follower, and just like overall knowing where you stand. And we have the King of Cups, so there is going to be a part of you that's still kind of for you that's going to bring out your emotional side, because I can see that with the King of Cups in correlation to the Ace of Cups. So let me shuffle the astro dice to see zodiac signs are relevant for Aquarius. We have Capricorn, so there could be a Capricorn who may be relevant for you in March as well. There could be a Capricorn you're going to turn to. So think anybody that's like special to you, is any special Capricorns to you. And we have Virgo, so it could also be a Virgo. So Capricorn, Virgo are both earth signs, so there could be a lot of earth energy. There may be a lot of earth signs you're going to be attracted to, and that literally just came out itself. We have Libra, so Libra as well. And yes, this has been your tarot reading, Aquarius, for March. Hope you enjoyed it. So there's just been very interesting messages here. Hello Pisces, and welcome to your March prediction. So your gemstone I chose for you is this amethyst, and amethyst is definitely one of my favorite stones. I absolutely love amethyst. It's such a psychic stone. It can help you sleep, it can help headaches, and it's just overall it can awaken your third chakra. And I chose that for Pisces because you are said to be the most psychic sign of the zodiac. So I just chose that. The mural, so I can see within the mural, be your own first priority. Maybe you haven't been putting yourself first, and I see March is definitely a time for you to put yourself first. And also this could be your birthday as well, so maybe put yourself first, like it's like your birthday and stuff, and you don't need anybody else's approval. You don't need to expect anybody else's approval for this, as I can see in this expectations card, that you don't need to seek approval to be your own first priority. Like Pisces, you tend to be like, you really are like one of the nicest signs, and maybe kind of you are a loving sign, you're an emotional sign, you're a water sign, and that's maybe why you don't put yourself first, because you care that much about others, the ones you actually care about. But don't be seeking approval, and don't be afraid to ever put yourself first, because maybe there's going to be situations and stuff that may arise for you in March that you just need to put yourself first, and it's decisions. So there's going to be some type of decisions making that you're going to be end up doing as well, Pisces. And we also have contemplation. So although it's important for you to put yourself first, it's important to put yourself first and to not seek anybody else's approval, you're kind of going to be thinking before you do that. You're not going to be rushing off and just putting yourself first and being your own first priority. You're kind of going to be thinking about it. You're like, well, I really love them or this person, whatever the case may be. Is it okay to put myself first? I need to seek approval. The cards are saying you don't need to seek approval, Pisces, no. And we also have the peppermint, so there's going to be some success as well, so you may get good news. And we have the orange, so I can see that your energy is going to, by like putting yourself first, be your own first priority and stuff, you're going to feel successful. But if you do that, and it's kind of going to be just good for your overall energy and your emotions. So let's shuffle this deck. I just realized I was meant to shuffle the Pastel Journey Tarot deck. So let's just go with this deck first. We have the Seven of Diamonds. So this is a message about your success, that if you are working on a project or anything like that, whatever it could be, you are working really well, and it's okay to have a little break and to just like pat yourself in the back, and within your break do something that's just good for you mentally as well as physically. And we have the Justice, so I see that you are going to be balancing things out as well. Yes, just balancing things like really well, and kind of knowing that you do deserve as well to be your own first priority. If you don't seek anybody else's approval and put yourself first for once, you're gonna know that that was just fair for you, and that you deserve to do that. And even everybody else, even if they don't say it, knows that you definitely deserved that as well. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, so that's very interesting, because this is speaking about like karma and luck. So there's definitely going to be luck that's going to be on your side, Pisces, as well. And whether that's your energy work or your success, like I said, you definitely deserve the success. And I can see that with the Wheel of Fortune. So we also have the Seven of Wands. So you're going to be very, yeah, it's very important as well to let yourself have a break and put your own first priority. As I can see with the Seven of Wands, that you do need that break. Maybe you've been working really hard and working, maybe even working hard for others. Like for example, if you're a parent, you do everything for your children, and it's okay to have like some type of break. Or maybe you just work, maybe you have a work, your job is just, maybe that's why you have success, because you've worked so hard for the success to happen. And that's like as the peppermint, maybe that's why you're going to have that success, because you've been working so hard to the point you're just exhausted. As I can see that with the Seven of Wands. Don't let that drain your energy. But if this success, you worked hard for the success, and that's why you shouldn't seek anyone else's approval to be your own first priority, because it looks like you need it and you know the direction that you want to take. You've done this yourself, which is awesome, as I can see in the Chariot as well. And we also have the Princess of Wands. So in the Princess of Wands, I can see a fire sign who, this talks about a fire sign who's very like energetic, on the go, up for an adventure. So maybe there's going to be I can see this as a message, there could be a very youthful fire sign. Maybe somebody who's really close to you is a fire sign. Think Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. We have Taurus as a sign, so there could be a relevant Taurus for you. Maybe somebody's going to be there for you or cheer you on or just give you the success. Could be a Taurus. And we also have Aquarius, so think Aquarius as well as a sign for you. And we have Taurus again, so Pisces. Taurus is a sign. Just think it's any special Taurians within your circle in your life, because they could be somebody who's going to be there for you a lot and stuff. So there's definitely success, and you're going to deserve that success. You've definitely worked really hard on something, which is just amazing, right? And also put yourself first once, Pisces. So Pisces, this has been your tarot reading. This has been your tarot reading.